Also facing several challenges in terms of energy and water and the interconnections. I'm very pleased to introduce Your Excellency, Dr. Walid Fayyad, Minister of Energy and Water in Lebanon, very newly appointed, and congratulations on your appointment and addressing these challenges. How do you think we're going to get resources under the current circumstances in Lebanon to better serve our water needs? Please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. I think this is a subject that comes in a timely fashion. I want to remind everybody, given that we are at the end of the day today, of the speech of His Excellency the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. He said today that there are four important pillars to the transformation in the Egyptian water sector, and they are very relevant for us in Lebanon as well. He talked first about the quality of the water, which is a big chapter for investments to increase the quality of the water, whether through treatment of used water, whether treatment also of brackish water. These will represent major investments. The other element that is quite important is to uncover and build new sources of water to make more available for the population. And that, in the case of Lebanon, will also be very important. We have a number of projects to increase the sources of water by harnessing surface water. Example, some of the dam projects that have started, but many of them have not been completed because of the halt in the funding. Third, an important pillar is the water conservation, and that too will require funding through the kits and the systems for conservation of irrigation water, and also domestic and commercial water. And finally, the fourth pillar, which is very relevant to enable the financing, the three first pillars, all of them require financing. The fourth one is the enabler, which is the regulatory framework, the reform, the institutional change, the legislative change. In the case of Lebanon, I'm happy to share that we have recently promulgated and ratified a law, a sector law, a water sector law in the year 2020, and it advocates a change in the way to govern the sector, promoting private sector participation in the sector, promoting eventually a reform of the tariff to improve funding in the sector. We see there avenues for adding funding into the system, whether funding to cover the operational spend or funding to cover the investment spend. We rely today heavily on grants and support from international agencies, and we thank them. We believe that in the current state of affairs, we do need these agencies to double down their efforts to allow us to maintain the integrity of our system while we contemplate further reforms in order to sustain ourselves financially, environmentally, and socially, and of course, economically.